Hey everybody, it's Maria, and I have a little box here. I did open it because I knew what was inside and I knew that I had to tune it a couple of days, and so I did that before this video, and now I'm ready to share it with you. So I don't know if you saw my other unboxing of a kalimba. I've done a couple of kalimba videos, but one was a little wooden one by a company called Horse. I think it's by Lot Music, but I'm not quite sure. It's a little ambiguous, but I do know it comes in as Horse brand. Okay, and it was very, very lovely sounding kalimba. And I think I played Falling Slowly on that one. Anyway, they sent me a Lyre Harp, and I've done a few other Lyre Harp videos, and I love stringed instruments. I love tongue drums too. I love a lot of instruments, as you know. So the lyre and the tongue drum, those kind of instruments, Native American flute, they're so relaxing and really good for, you know, trying to keep peace of mind and inner peace and comfort. And we really need that in this crazy world, right? So anytime I can play one of these type of instruments, I definitely will. And so this is a Lyre Harp by Horse. So I'm going to just take out the accessories because it comes with something pretty cool, which I will demonstrate later on. This is a transducer pickup, and it has stickers on the back, so it shouldn't hurt the wood, and you stick it right on the harp, and then you could plug it into a sound system or a recorder or effects pedals, so you can do a lot once you do that. So they give you an AD35 transducer. Okay, I didn't open that because I wanted to show you what it looked like. They give you the very important wrench to tune it, and I'll explain that after I show you the Lyre Harp. And also they give you an extra set of strings, which is fantastic because you might pop a string now and then. Or if they get dull sounding, you have a whole set to change, which is great. I think that's it. And then you have the harp, Lyre Harp, from the Lyre family. It's got the Horse name on the pouch. I would have preferred a gig bag, I have to be honest, but maybe that's how, you know, they kept the price point down. Some of these come with gig bags where then you could put the wrench, you could put the strings, you could put the pickup. This one you really can't without risking damaging the wood, so I wouldn't put anything but the harp in this. In fact, I would go and try to get some kind of bag for this, maybe even a bag that you could put accessories in. All right, here we go. It's very pretty. All right, so here it is. It's beautiful wood, smooth as silk. You have to trust me on that. I'll come up for you to see it a little closer. I hope I'm in the frame. Sometimes I misjudge these things, so forgive me. Let me look here. I can come back here and look. Okay, here we go. So look at that. So what I like about this, I don't know if you could see it in the video, it's got the letter names and the degree in the scale. So it starts with E, E4, F4, G4, A4, B4, C5, D5, E5, F5, and G5. And what you could think of is middle C, I believe, is C4 on a piano. So if you know the white keys on the piano and you could find middle C, if you go up C, D, E, this would be E4. And when you get to B, it goes to the next octave, and that would be then 5. So this is the pitch, okay? So it comes with these wound and unwound strings. Okay, the first 5 are wound and the second 5 are unwound. So there you go. Basic math, 10 strings. And this is the back. Look how pretty. Look at the grain. Gorgeous. I believe it's mahogany. And it just feels so nice. Now, I don't know if you could see in the sound hole because it's kind of sunny. I'll try to take a picture of it for the video.
It says horse with a little wooden medallion inside. I thought that was nice instead of like a cheap sticker that might fall out. And they do fall out. I've had that happen in different instruments that I've owned. So there you go. The beautiful piece of wood. Nice workmanship. I don't see anything, you know, shoddy. I mean, wood is natural, so there might be some imperfections, but they've smoothed them down, so it's nothing that bothers me. My dad was a master wood maker, and he would, I think, approve of how nice and smooth this is. Okay? All right, so now I'm going to let you hear a little bit of it, unplugged, and I'll show you how to tune it, and then I'll plug it in and maybe do some effects with it. So here we go. So I would just tune it a little bit each day. You can get it up to pitch each time. It's going to go out, and then you're going to play it a little bit, and then it'll go out of tune, and you just keep doing that, and eventually, as long as the environment is stable, like in your home or wherever you play it, it should stay in pitch so that you can pick it up and just play it. You'll eventually, you know, every couple of days you might have to tune it, or depending on how much you play. Also, if you were playing on a really hot day outside, and kept it outside for a while, and then you brought it inside where the temperature was cooler, or in reverse, it's going to put the strings out of tune. So just be mindful of that. And always, whenever you tune, don't make big sudden movements, especially with this type of tuning peg system. It's not like a guitar where they're, you know, wound on, it's just a different mechanism, a geared, you know, there are no gears here. So this is just a simple, like a zither pin, I guess is what they used to call them. So I believe, but it does use regular strings where you feed it through here, and just like a guitar, it has those little metal, it's a stopper so it doesn't, you know, slide through the other side. Okay, so now, what you would need, you need a guitar tuner. I use my phone, which is what is videotaping me now, so I can't demonstrate that way, but you can probably use a clip-on tuner, although they'll be a little precarious, you know, and you have to move them as you go along the pegs. But if you just use a simple free tuner, I think they recommend, like, there's a couple, but if you look on Amazon, if you buy it from there, there's usually a tuner they show you that you can download for free. And what you would do is you would place this on the peg. I don't know if there's any rule of thumb. I always have tuned from low to high. I think because I just want to hear how the pitches are going and not start with the highest, thinnest string. So if I start here, I feel like I can kind of hear where the pitch is supposed to be. So my recommendation, whether it's right or wrong, is to start with the thickest strings. You're more likely not to pop a wound string. That would be really hard to do. Okay. So you take the first one, it's E4, and you would just pluck it. You can use a pick if you wanted to. Most of these are done by fingers, so you would pluck it. And it should, when you see the tuner, it'll go either flat, which means it needs to be raised, the pitch, or it'll go to the right, which means it's sharp and needs to be lowered. So you want to get right in the middle, and usually there's like a green light thing that shows when the pitch is exactly perfect. And you just get it as close as you can. Okay, so this is E, and then you would, if it was a little off, you would just turn it a little bit. If it was flat, you would turn it a tiny bit to the right. I mean tiny. And if it was sharp, again, a little bit to the left. What I've always been taught is you should always tune up to the pitch. So if for some reason you went and you went way sharp, now you have to go lower it, go below the pitch, and then tune back up. And that kind of locks the tuning in place a little better than if you just went lower and kept it there. So always try to tune up to the pitch. So it's tuned like this: E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now I just want to explain a tiny bit of music theory. It's nothing to go running for the hills about. It's just so you should know this. Even though this starts with the note E,
It is not in the key of E. It's not in the key of E minor. It's not in the key of E major. If it was E major, you would have 4 sharps. So the F, the C, the G, and the D would be sharped, and they're not here. It tells you just the natural notes. There were no indication that they should be sharped. So that means this is still in the key of C. The key of C are all the white notes on the piano. So you don't have to worry, it all sounds good. So this is exactly in a major scale, C major, but starting on the E. That actually puts it into a mode. It's a little fuzzy modes for me, but it definitely, I don't know if it's Lydian, I'm not sure. Somebody please let me know what mode this is. But it starts with E with no sharps or flats. So it's within the C major scale, but it's starting on another note. So just know that, okay? And it really sounds different than if you just started with C, which is kind of like your normal C, D, E, F, G. This is a different sound because your ear wants to do different things based on Western music and how it sounds to our ears. So I like the way this sounds. It's more, I don't know, it feels like more meditative, or just it's conducive to doing improvisation and just picking away your sorrows. So let's just try this a little bit acoustically, and then I'll plug in after. So I'm going to get a little closer so you can hear it. And you know, obviously you can play it with one hand like I'm doing now. If you put it on your lap, you can use 2. And you can just pluck. If you wanted to have chords, you would play every other one like this. And then you can mix it up a little. And then you could do just single notes. You can have them ring out. You could strum. Now, if you would have this on, you can actually strum by pressing down some of the strings, like muting them and leaving open ones. So even though there are no frets, you can actually strum. This is the sound hole. Closer to the bridge is usually a little, like, more metallic sounding. Even on a guitar, you can even use these. Just effects. Just don't be afraid. Try stuff. If it doesn't work, you do something different. Or you could do like little arpeggios. So there you go. You can try to pick out little tunes as well. So I hope you enjoyed this little video on the Horse Lyre Harp. Stay tuned for Plugged In and see what kind of craziness we come up with. Okay, so I have it in the digital delay pedal. I have the out from the little transducer pickup to the in of the pedal
the out from the pedal to this really cool amp that I was given. I think it's Windbridge's H2 amp, it's called. And it's very quiet. You don't hear anything. That's what I like about it. Not until you start playing. So you could do all sorts of different things. And just for the sake of this video, I just put it on some setting. You can, a lot of settings here. And I'm not that familiar with it because I haven't used it in years. But here we go. Oh my God, you could do some crazy stuff. You can get some crazy stuff. And then you can just shut it by changing the mode. Okay, now I put the pedal in a little more manageable position, just fiddling around with it. And that's really what it takes, just finding something that you like. And so now you can hear how you can actually use it melodically. So the pickup works really nicely. I didn't hear any distortion. I mean, we may hear it like on the video because I don't know the how it can, you know, how it's going to sound once I listen to it. That's why I usually put it into an interface, but I want to also be able to speak with you and show you some things. So hope you enjoyed this video and have fun. That's the main thing. Just enjoy. It's called playing music. So you want to play like you're a kid with total abandon and just enjoy the moment. Blessings, everybody. And thank you, Horse, for sending this to me.